Welcome, this is Group 5's presentation for our hedge fund Youth Future. My name is Niall Mann, I'm the CEO.
My name is Cormac Rowe and I'm the CIO.
Hi, my name is Kira and I'm the COO.
I'm Rebecca O'Hanlon.
And I'm Oisin Brannock, and we're the market psychologists.
So our hedge fund has been in operation since 2015. We've had some key hedge funds like portfolio changes through the years. So in 2018 we added an ETF called ESPO, which looks at the esports industry. We see a lot of growth there. We added Beyond Meats in 2019, and in 2020, after the coronavirus, we see a lot of growth coming from coronavirus hit stocks like airlines, so we added them in 2020.
Our 4 core values here at Youth Future are dare and resilience, trust and support, growth and guaranteed return, and environmental awareness. Our resilience and support as a team has been shown this year, given that we have invested 50% of our fund into stocks within the hospitality sector to help businesses get back on their feet again after the pandemic.
Since June 2020, 60% of our portfolio has been assigned to long-term ideas. One of these is water. 2.7 billion people struggle with water for at least 1 month of the year. We've invested in companies that help improve the infrastructure surrounding water. Another idea we have is surrounding esports and video gaming. We see huge potential in this area. It's massive in Asia already, and the American market's untapped. Some things we see though will never change. Consumer staples like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Procter & Gamble, people always need to brush their teeth. We don't see this changing. With the vast printing of money lately to sustain the recovery from the COVID pandemic, we have assigned a considerable amount of our portfolio to gold. Gold is the hedge to inflation, and we don't see this changing. We've invested in companies who've made considerable movements in healthcare as well. Companies like Vertex, who've made outstanding innovations in cystic fibrosis. We've also invested in many companies that have made significant innovations in healthcare. We see smart glasses as the wearables of the future, and vegan foods is a trend that we don't see stopping anytime soon.
Following the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to invest 40% of our portfolio in the stocks that are affected most by the pandemic. We invested into industries such as aviation, hotels, cruises, service, and the gambling industry. All these industries were affected massively, and their share prices plummeted after March. We hope to make gains from the economy and return back to pre-pandemic levels as everybody's lives return back to normal. We have already seen a great boost to these industries following the announcements of a vaccine. This is a positive step for our stocks, the beginning of a gradual recovery. There will be greater demand for these industries due to pent-up demands caused by the pandemic.
The benefits of investing with us are that we have a very diversified portfolio with a lot of different types of stocks, such as ETFs, regular stocks, and gold also. Our portfolio is also very globalized with stocks all over the world. We are always actively trying to improve our portfolio, and we're always very transparent with our investors.
In this past year, we have seen just how important healthcare is, and we believe it is very important to maintain a good emotional well-being year-round. Our best ideas come to us when we are outdoors, and so we as a team make sure to spend as much time as we can out of the house in order to free the mind.
COVID-19 is particularly relevant to us as a risk because the economy could take a further downturn. Also, the US election is relevant to us because over 80% of our stocks are US based. Tied into this is the exchange rates, particularly of the dollar to the euro. Any small fluctuations in this can have a big effect on our portfolio. As well as this, Brexit is particularly important for our UK based stocks, as their companies will no longer have access to the European single market.
Past performance is no guarantee of future results. However, Youth Future has excelled through a wide range of economic conditions, both prosperous and difficult. In 2015 we began our fund, and as you can see from the graph below, our fund generated very solid returns. Similarly, it's a very volatile fund, and it would, if you are a high risk investor, it would be perfect for you. In 2018, our expert analysts decided to invest in ESPO. As you can see from the graph below, ESPO generated solid returns despite a little bit of fluctuation throughout the months. However, this is expected from a high risk fund, and it would definitely suit a high risk investor. In 2019, we decided to invest in Beyond Meats, an emerging leader in meat alternatives. As you can see from the graph below, Beyond Meats was an extremely volatile stock. However, it produced very solid returns again. In 2020, we decided to invest 40% of our portfolio into COVID-related stocks. COVID was an unexpected time, but as you can see from the graph below, our fund did exceptionally well. In October 2020, the stock market was at its lowest. However, we definitely bounced back in November 2020, and as you can see, we generated very solid returns. This is a comparison of our fund and the S&P 500 over the past 5 years.
Here at UFuture, our narrative is simple. We believe in the future and future innovation. If you believe in the future too, don't hesitate to call us today.